Back to school time has always held a special place in my heart. So, as we transition into the back to school season, I'm sharing my personal story and reflections on the summer, along with practical tips to help you balance the demands of this time with your business planning. You're listening to Business by the Books, the podcast that teaches you how to use your financials to manage your business. My name is Danielle Hayden, CPA and founder of Kickstart Accounting Inc., where we use bookkeeping as a vehicle to help business owners take control of their numbers. And I've helped thousands of entrepreneurs make informed financial decisions for over a decade. Now, over the last 10 years, I have seen my clients navigate the seasonality of summer and back to school season over and over again. I have learned so much as a business owner myself, as a mother myself, and working with our clients over the years. I remember the first few years in business when July rolled around. I was shocked. I was like, where is everyone? Our clients disappeared. Nobody was booking financial review calls. Our discovery calls plummeted. And at first, the first few years, I really resisted this time over summer. And over the years, I've learned to embrace the seasonality of my business. And we've worked with so many of our clients to learn how to embrace the seasonality in their businesses as well. And so, one thing that we do around here is if there are any large projects that we need to implement throughout the organization, or there's anything that we need to do internally on the back end, we purposely wait for summer to do that during that time because we know it's a slower time for both our clients and for our sales team. And so for us this year, we launched a new system called Financial Sense. So for all of our clients, you might be receiving Financial Sense invitations over the next few months. This is our new project management, time tracking, and a way of us being able to communicate with clients through this new software. However, we did that launch internally with our team during that slow season. Now, one thing that I've seen, again, as a business owner and through our clients, that after we've taken this time personally over the summer, once fall has come back, once this back to school season is starting, it's time to get back into business mode and business planning so that we can all end the year with intentionality, right? We don't need to be reactionary the back half of the year. We can close with intentionality so that we can close with the amount of success that we're looking for in our business. And so I want to give you some of the tips that I've used personally as a business owner and that we've used with our clients. So the first step in this process to close the back half of the year with intentionality is to reflect back on your budget or your goals from January. So for you as a business owner, if you set an annual budget, I want you to go back to that annual budget that you set December, January timeframe to think about what was your intention for this year? Like really, what did you want to do this year? And how are you tracking along that budget? If you did not set a budget and you only set high level goals or maybe even a New Year's resolution, what was your New Year's resolution at that time? And how have you tracked according to those goals year to date? Now, I love the process of looking backwards in order to look forward. Back in my corporate days, this is the act that we did every single month. As the CFO of that business, we always looked backwards to see what worked, what didn't work. Then we can use that as a compass to be able to navigate to our business goals in the future. And so as we reflect back on those budget and goals from January, also want you to look backwards at your numbers year to date. If your intention for this year was to find balance in your business, so maybe this year wasn't a high growth year for you. maybe this year was a year of finding balance and really maintaining your customer base. Then when you look at your numbers, although it might be difficult in the moment to see that you don't actually have that hockey stick growth in revenue, but really to acknowledge the fact that you went into this year with intentionality of maintaining and that you were able to do that. So if this wasn't a high growth year for you, I want you to acknowledge what you came into the year trying to do. Now, if this year was supposed to be a high growth year for you, like you are really investing in growth activities, but you are not hitting that hockey stick revenue, this is the time here where we get to stop and ask ourselves, what didn't work? Like, we don't need to keep on reacting on autopilot for the last half of the year until we reset our budget. We can stop doing those marketing and advertising activities that are no longer working, and we can double down on the ones that are working. I was recently talking to a client of ours who she was running both Facebook ads and speaking at live conferences. She said it was really scary for her, but that she was actually going to take away live speaking and double down on her Facebook ads. She said, I'm in a season with my family. Every time I leave, I'm exchanging time with my family to go and speak at these events. Whereas when I'm home running Facebook ads, I'm here with my family and I'm not having to give up that time. And so, although it's scary, when I look at the numbers, I'm actually seeing that I bring in more revenue from my Facebook ads than I do from speaking live. I'm going to detach from my ego and say, all right, I'm going to let this go, even though it's a bigger ego boost to be standing up on stage. It feels really good. I love doing it. However, I'm going to put my family first. I'm going to put my ego aside and really lean into the Facebook ads and lean away from speaking. Now, she made this decision back at the beginning of this year, and I'm so happy to see that she's gotten to spend that time with her family and the business is still growing. So really looking at your year-to-date numbers to decide what's working and what's not working. All right, step 2 is to set realistic goals for the back half of the year. So we looked backwards at where we were, and now we're going to set realistic goals for where we're going. Now, you can do this at a high level using our financial goal setting worksheet, which will be in the show notes, or you can do a full budget / reforecasting for the back half of the year. Now, I love the numbers, obviously. So I love the idea of reforecasting for the back half of the year, which means looking at my budget year to date, putting in those numbers that are actual and saying, all right, here's exactly where I'm going to spend money. Here's exactly what I'm going to do in order to hit my revenue goals over the next 5 months to close out this year. And so I encourage you to work with your money team to set that budget for the next few months so that you have accountability to hit your goals. If we're just putting together a wish list, we are not going to be able to actually prioritize our to-do list. It's when we actually sit down to put together a very clear budget with very specific milestones that we're then able to clearly prioritize our daily to-do list. We have the opportunity as business owners to focus on our most important tasks, our most important things that only you can do to move the business forward. We'll get back to the show in 1 second, but real quick, are you an entrepreneur or business owner struggling with the complexity of tax deductions and salary structures for yourself? It's common to feel lost in the maze of tax regulations and unsure about how to effectively pay yourself from your business. Navigating these challenges can be daunting, leaving you with more questions than answers. But what if there's a way to simplify this process, ensuring you maximize your deductions and set up the most beneficial compensation strategy for yourself? That's exactly what our guide on the top tax deductions for every business owner and how to pay yourself as a business owner are for. These resources are designed to demystify the essentials, helping you understand and leverage tax deductions and outline a clear, effective strategy for your salary as a business owner. Through these guides, you'll learn the key deductions you shouldn't miss, strategies for tax efficient salary and owner's draws, and much more, ensuring you're financially optimized and compliant. So if you're ready to take control of your financial health with confidence, head over to kickstartaccountinginc.com/gift or click the link in the show notes and download your free resources today. Okay, back to the show. So it's okay to remember that you don't have to do everything at once, and you don't have to be the one to do everything. So let's normalize achieving goals for both your business and your family life without feeling overwhelmed, without the feeling that we have to do everything at one time right now. Go ahead and forecast that, budget that for the future months so that you can enjoy the present moment today while finding balance in the future of your business. All right, step 3 is that you're not going to magically find balance in your life. You have to create balance. You have to schedule it. I learned about time blocking a few years ago. And at the time, I don't think that I was ready to really embrace that theory of time blocking. I really thought that I needed to be there for my team at all times, day and night, 7 days a week, and really allowed my team and my clients to pull at my energy and pull at me. Like, I loved being the person to put out every fire for my team and for my clients. And I knew that I needed to create and schedule my life in order for me to find that balance between work and family, and that I don't need to be the fireman to put out every fire for my team and for the individuals who work with our clients. So I encourage every single one of you to think about what it means for you to schedule and create the balance in your life, depending on what that means for you in this season. So for me, this looks like controlling my mornings and what time I start and end my day. I've been really reactionary over the last few years and using my morning time to shove more meetings and more touch points into my day. Here at Kickstart Accounting Inc., we do a daily huddle every morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And that used to be the start of my day, was the daily huddle. And so I had time in the morning to get my kids to school, to have breakfast, to be able to work out, maybe go for a walk. Like, I had a full morning. And I used to be able to have that time to create space in my day before leaning into the rest of my team and giving them my energy. However, as my team has grown and my business has grown, I use that morning time where I used to be able to focus on myself and to be able to focus on those tasks that really needed my brain power. I started adding more and more meetings into that time. And one thing that I'm working on is to clear back out my morning so that I control the time that I come to work, the time that I start, and controlling the end of my day. Again, I don't need to allow people to be able to schedule into my evenings. I can say I'm working till 4:30 and that there'll be nothing scheduled after that time. Now, if I want to work after 4:30, I can do that with intentionality and use that as some focus time, but that I don't need to allow people space past that time. And so this step 3 is really allowing you to demand, set boundaries, and schedule the balance that you want in your life. Now, I'm going to say this for accountability. I'm creating those blocks in my morning and my evening, and I want to invite you to do the same. All right, step 4 is to reassess your team. You might have heard me say in the past that we need the right people in the right seats, and that you, as the business owner, do not have to have a superhero cape. Especially as women, I think that we wear the superhero cape, that we have to be the ones to get it all done. And I want to invite all of you to say, I'm going to retire my superhero cape, and it's okay for me to ask for help. Now, this might be help at home, or it might be outsourcing certain business activities. So looking at who do we have on our team and what are the tasks that I'm doing today as the business owner that I don't have to be the one to do. Like, I don't really enjoy that activity. I'm not the best at it. and it really doesn't give me energy. Like, where can I, as a business owner, spend my time, my zone of genius, doing the only things that I can do? And the best way that I can lean into my zone of genius, doing that 20% work, is if I have the right team in place. And so I encourage and invite each of you to think about, what can you delegate in your business? How can you ask for help at home in your business? And so this might look like saying, I'm finally going to hire a bookkeeper. I am not great at bookkeeping, all right? Now, maybe you as a business owner didn't take bookkeeping classes and you don't know how to work QuickBooks online. And so you find somebody who can do it for you, streamline that activity, and provide you with those high level reports so that you can then step into your zone of genius as the CEO of your business. So if this is something that you're interested in, I invite you to go to kickstartaccountinginc.com and book a call. Our team would love to be a resource for you. All right, number 5, lastly, is determine the role that technology will play for you. And I mean this in 2 ways. I think there's a lot of conversation around AI and technology and all the ways that it can save us time and do things for us and optimize the way that we do things. And for me, I'm actually taking a unconventional approach, and I'm actually detoxing some technology from my life. I am deleting apps and simplifying the way that I use technology today. AI is not going to always be the answer. I use QuickBooks as an example of how AI does not work. The AI tools within the QuickBooks system are not able to accurately do your bookkeeping for you. It doesn't work. QuickBooks needs a human element to make the critical thinking decisions for your accounting to be accurate. Now, I find this to be the case over and over again, where I am spending more time and energy trying to get technology to do something for me rather than me doing it on my own. Now, I know this is going to ruffle some feathers out there, because there are beautiful ways that AI and technology can automate business processes, can help us answer emails faster and follow up on leads. However, have we lost some of the human element in business? Have we lost a piece of that? When you receive a text message or email from us here at Kickstart, it's our team who is reaching out to you. It is a human here that is connecting with you, human to human, to say, hi, I'm cheering you on. How can I help you be successful? And we do that because we care. When people ask me what makes Kickstart so different, it is that we have a team of people who really freaking care about the success of entrepreneurship, about your success. And we love being able to celebrate with you and to help you when things aren't going well. And so I invite you to think about how technology plays a role for you in your life and in your business, and find the best way that you can use technology so that it supports your business and supports your role in the business. All right, 5 quick tips so that you can enjoy this back to business season. I love back to school season. I think it's such a cool, fresh start. I am sending both of my kids back to school right now. I love getting all of the new pens and pencils and Post-it notes and binders and book bags, and just having that fresh start to be able to say, let's do this differently this year. And I always use this as an opportunity in my business to do the same, to say, how can we do things differently as we head into the next season of our business? I have a favor to ask. If you have gotten any value from this show and you want the show to continue to grow and keep providing you with strategies for financial growth and efficiency, simply leave us a rating and review if you're listening on Apple or Spotify. Those reviews really go a long way in attracting more listeners, and honestly, they really make my day. So if you're feeling up to it, we'd love to see a rating and review from you. Either way, thanks so much for listening to the show.